Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty for another episode of Road Rage. Well, as you can see, the summer is starting to wind down. It's getting dark on my drive to work now. For a little bit, it actually had a decent amount of light on my drive to work because I have to get up pretty darn early to go to work. I have a long drive. I have a pretty long commute. I drive around, if the conditions are good, it's right around an hour to get to work. So, bad traffic days. Woo! Well, anyway, so thanks for joining me here for another episode of Road Rage. If you're new to Road Rage is unscripted, just communication, sharing thoughts by games and comics and things that are current, off the cuff. Just the bridge communication there while I'm driving. I have set my phone down right over on this little mount here in my vehicle, which I realize you can't see, and I just said the mount here. And I just talk, and I love getting the comments back and your thoughts on the things too. Anyway, with current, and I've been saying this a lot, so current Marvel just has not been good. There's not a lot of books that I'm reading from Marvel with consistency. I'm reading Avengers, and that one's been pretty good. I've been reading The Immortal Hulk. I've been finding that okay. I read the last few Captain America, just, I don't know, maybe self-inflicted torture. Just a review mainly, because if you want to know my thoughts on those, watch those videos. Well, anyway, so it's less Marvel books of the current. I've been reading a lot of current DC, though, but I just knocked down another one of those titles. I'm going to stop reading the Terrifics. I like the book, but I'm sorry when one of the people sit there and speak very ill of me and other people, my peers, and things like, holy cow, semi-truck just cut off another one and he's weaving all over the road. Oh, shoot. He about caused a wreck. Well, anyway, now he's going to want to cut over, and he's probably going to cut us off and cause a wreck here too. Jeez. I hate when semi-trucks want to get in the fast lane and knock everything down 10 miles an hour because they're too slow, and he's probably mad because of that. Oh, shoot. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. See, that's what happens on Road Rage. Semi-truck's getting away. Anyway. Yeah, now he's going 65. Come on. So anyway, one of the people in particular from the book The Terrifics just thinks it's okay to talk, crappy, to call us misogynists, racists and the Nazis and everything. So I'm not going to support that. I liked your book, his book, but I'm not going to support him when he's calling us names like that and thinking that of us. If he thinks that way of me, I can support somebody else that's going to think a little bit nicer of me. So anyway, I digressed 3 minutes. I'm still not to my point. So since there's certain books I'm not reading and I reduced those, I read more back issues. If anybody knows me, I've been following the video channel. I like to complete my sets and read those. And so I've been doing that, and it made me think of this topic. What are some comic book series, that you want to see come back again? You miss them. Maybe they killed off the character. Maybe they just stopped, publishing books with that character. Now I'm almost done reading all the way through the Quasar series again. If I recall, it was like 60 issues, and I think I'm on issue 54. And, I really would like to see, for one, Wendell Vaughn back. I know he's still around. They didn't kill him, but he's passed a torch, if you will, which it doesn't make sense, really, because he's still not an old man. He passed the torch to a female Quasar, because of Marvel and their diversity, because, you can't just make a female character. You have to go and convert all of them, which, once again, I have nothing against female characters. I love characters like the She-Hulk. I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel before they messed her all up. If anybody else knows me on this channel, I like Wonder Woman. I like female characters, but I don't like characters. I know this is a legacy character, but there was no reason for them to be a legacy character there. There was nothing wrong with Wendell. Now, so it was just a forced diversity, push there. That's all it was. And Marvel can claim it's not, but it is. So I'd like to see Wendell back with the Quantum Bands. Another one that I would think it would be interesting is U.S. Agent. There's something about him that's just entertaining. Maybe not in his solo book, but let's get him in a team book more, because that's where he really shines, because he's the dick of the team. You know, that character that just pisses everybody off, but he makes it interesting. And then deep down in his heart, you know he's a good guy. You know, trying to do the right thing. They've really, you know, not given that character much lately for quite a while. Matter of fact, not much since he was in the Avengers. The Mighty Avengers was really the last time he had much prominence. And that was quite a few years ago. Probably, wow, that might have been a decade ago now. So I'd like to see more U.S. agent. I think that would be cool. Maybe a team up with Cap would be nice. Another one I'd like to see is Thunderstrike. You know, I don't think this is going to happen. I really don't, due to the fact that there was a falling out. Because what happened was Thunderstrike was actually selling really well. I believe, I can't say this for certain. I'm guessing off the top of my head here. My memory could be not serving me right. I think it was actually outselling the Thor book. What happened was Marvel fell on hard times. And they weren't doing as well together, but they were still doing good. This was before the bankruptcy and things like that. They got somebody new in charge, and that person in charge stepped in and said, "We are publishing too many books. We need to slash the amount of books we're publishing." You know, and that's not entirely wrong either, because, you know, one of the things, if you're doing too many, you're cannibalizing your own sales, and you're getting less sales per book. Because maybe, you know, people have a limited disposable income, and maybe they can only afford, let's say, 5 titles a month, and they really wanted that 6th book, but they just couldn't afford it. So one cannibalized another. So you're printing more, but really getting less return per issue on your investment. So with that said, they cannibalized books, and what they did is they said, okay, we don't need 2 of this hero, so cut a Thor book. And so they cut Thunderstrike because they wanted to, you know, keep the original Thor, which makes sense. But Thunderstrike was a great book. You know, Eric Masterson was the character, and just like a lot of Marvel characters, what makes him interesting is he's, you know, not perfect. He took over the mantle of Thor, and you knew off the bat it was a temporary takeover. And he really did. They sort of foreshadowed it that the original Thor Odinson was coming back. But you still got to see this guy as a rookie as Thor progress. His family life was also different and dynamic than a lot of comics. He's a divorced father, so that was great. And, you know, the ex-wife was with a NFL professional NFL football player, if I recall. So, you know, talk about rubbing insult and injury, right? So anyway, he, you know, had all that, and he had his kid, and they progressed that story actually with his kid further on, and you know, next and things. But that's a different story altogether. But he was a great character, and what happened was the creators Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz, if I recall, they were told, they kept asking, is this book going to be cut? And they go, nope, your book is safe, and ended up that book got cut, and they didn't get much time, so they just killed off the character. Part of the reason is they put a lot of love and heart into that character, and they didn't want other people screwing him up. Good for them on that regard. But I got that was from interviews that I pieced together that I heard that. They didn't want that messed with. And, you know, I think they were probably a little aggravated, too, because they were told the book wasn't going to get cut, and it did. And the sales were strong, so go figure. So he was a victim of just business. But you know what? That's what it is. It's business. But that's another character I would love to see back, because when he became Thunderstrike, he still had the same enemies. But he had a different power set. He didn't have the Uru hammer, Mjolnir, and instead he was given a mace. And to be fair, he wasn't as powerful. It didn't fly the same way when he threw it. A little harder to control from what it looked like. He didn't have the same power level either. He wasn't as strong and as powerful as he used to be. He was still very strong and powerful, but just not the same level. And I really enjoyed watching Eric Masterson. I liked also seeing him in the Avengers book when he was on the team during that time too. It was just really, really nice to see, especially how he got along with Hercules. That'd be a great team-up book, Hercules and Thunderstrike. Oh, I would love that. that would be awesome. So anyway, those are some books that I would really, really like to see back. You know, I'd like to, well, maybe not the way Marvel's handling characters right now, but if Marvel got their crap together with good artists and good writers, I would love to see those books back. So once again, that was U.S. Agent, Thunderstrike, and Quasar. So what books would you like to see come back? You know, it doesn't matter, DC, Marvel, or independent. What books would you like to see back? What characters would you like to see some stories on? Let me know in the comments. I would look forward to hearing them. Maybe you'll make me think, hey, I haven't read that, or oh man, I forgot, I would love to read that character again too. You know, it's just nice nerding out and talking about comics. You know, a little less drama sometimes. All right, if you enjoyed this video, once again, you might be crazy for listening to me blab that long. Hit the like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and really help me out if you can to push the channel by hitting that thumbs up. Maybe more of those will get my videos more recognition. I noticed the channel has been growing more lately, so that's awesome. Thank you all the new subscribers for your support, and thank you all the current and previous subscribers that have stuck with me all this time. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to help us financially, we do have a Patreon link right down below where you can click on that and support us for as little as $1 a month, where I do special Patreon videos only once in a while, or early releases, and I occasionally do giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, somebody's got something coming pretty soon. And they don't know it yet. I haven't told them yet. I gotta contact them and let them know. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, keep it frugal.